pounds of pot from a marijuana bust in Cherokee County. Details at 10.
8's the place for Runaway, tonight at 11:30.
Striking Greyhound workers are losing their bark and bite. Details at 10.
This is a News 8 update.
A fatal flight for a pilot at an Oklahoma City air show. Good evening, I'm Yvonne Harris. Coming up tonight on News 8 at 10, we'll have more on the crash from News 8's Scott Gordon. Also tonight, we'll talk with striking Greyhound workers who've been walking the picket lines for more than 3 months. The strike is getting old and it's beginning to wear on their faces. Also the latest on a huge marijuana raid in Cherokee County. Now here's Michelle with our weather.
I tell you what, it looks like there's no end in sight to all this heat and humidity. I'll have all the details on a hot forecast. Please join us tonight at 10.
3 teens killed, the latest on the crash tonight at 10. A family sickened by their new home tonight at 10, their new start.
8's the place for Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 6:30.
We continue with Love and Lives.
Good morning, America. Your home for the holidays tomorrow. It's a winter wonderland of fun, so join Pat and Vanna for a jolly good time on Wheel of Fortune's Christmas Week. Tonight at 6:30 on Oklahoma's Channel 8. I'm Charles Eby with the Oklahoma's Channel 8 Community Calendar. Spectrum invites you to attend your annual Christmas parade on Thursday, December 18th at 6:30 p.m. Join Good Morning Oklahoma's D.C. Roberts at this year's parade. For information, call 918-782-3212. The Tulsa Community Food Bank is collecting hams and turkeys for needy families during the holidays. If you'd like to donate, call the food bank at 585-2800.
Closed captioning of Oklahoma's News 8 is brought to you by Creacone. Thanks for making Oklahoma's News 8 the most like team at 5, 6, and 10.
It's important to know what the weather will be like as you plan your weekend activities. We have the forecast to keep you up to date every 8 minutes. And we have fall gardening advice and a tailgate prize for Friday Night Football. Join us for that and all the news at 6 a.m.
Bait and switch.
You ice fishing? Oh, why not? I've always thought of myself as a man of the great al fresco.
Hey, I wasn't bored yesterday.
I'm not bored. I'm simply wondering how long we've been sitting here enjoying ourselves.
The crane of the wild.
All right, mister, I don't trust you. Give me those right now. Fine, Mr. Big Brother.
On Frasier.
Frasier, tonight at 10:35 on Oklahoma's News Channel 8.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Travis Meyer.
And I'm sports director Mike Ziegenhorn.
We're on our way to Trav's Tailgate Weather, and my buddy is going to chauffeur us there.
No, Trav, I don't think so. I'm getting psyched up for touchdown Friday night. You're drunk.
Wait, the weather forecast is first. Live every Friday night at 5 and 6 o'clock. We'll be at a different high school location. Plus, AC Bake will have some great barbecue tips.
Trav's Tailgate Weather, live Fridays at 5 and 6 from these sponsors and Oklahoma's News Channel 8. This is a News Channel 8 weather update brought to you by Weight Watchers.
It's time for the Tulsa State Fair, and so far, day 1, pretty good. What about day 2 through day 10? Well, at least we have day 2 through day 8, and the Tulsa State Fair looks pretty good. As we get into the extended forecast, though, notice a definite drop-off in temperatures for next Wednesday and Thursday. Significant cold front should come in sometime about that, but in the meantime, enjoy some great cool mornings, some beautiful warm afternoons, maybe a little too warm or dry for Monday.
Touchdown Friday night at 10:17. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 8. Coverage you can count on. Get your daily recommended dose of adrenaline at the Tulsa State Fair. Oklahoma's News Channel 8 is bringing back Green Country's most popular attraction, the Coca-Cola Wall of Speed. Tune into GMO and you make the call for your chance to win a prize package from Coca-Cola. Plus, you'll automatically be registered to meet legendary NASCAR racer Ned Jarrett. Race against friends and family in these authentic NASCAR simulators. The Coca-Cola Wall of Speed. From your friends at Breezers, K-Hits, and Oklahoma's News Channel 8. Severe weather coverage comes first at Oklahoma's News Channel 8. Travis Meyer and the First Alert Storm Team have the latest technology to warn you first. Live Doppler 8000 is Green Country's most accurate live radar. We've upgraded our exclusive tornado tracker to Advanced Digital Viper, giving you more details, more information, and easy to understand. Live First Alert Doppler 8000 and the Advanced Digital Viper tornado tracker. Proven, accurate, and only on Oklahoma's News Channel 8. Weather coverage you can count on.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide welcomes you to America in its native state. Vibrant cities, miles of unspoiled lakes and landscapes, legends of the Golden West, all ready for adventure. Call 1-800-847-OK-LA or visit travelok.com for your free guide to Oklahoma, Native America.
Friday night at 10:17 from Coca-Cola, Breezers, Tulsa Technology Center, and Oklahoma's News Channel 8. Sports coverage you can count on.
Hi, I'm Carol Lambert. Open up your home and take a child to heart. The children we feature in Waiting Child every Wednesday at 5 on Oklahoma's News Channel 8 are looking for adoptive homes. Now we're asking you to help kids who are in temporary care at the Department of Human Services. There's an urgent need for regular and therapeutic foster homes. For more information on becoming a foster parent, call DHS at 581-2941 or attend an informational foster parent meeting. You can help a waiting child.
Services. Billy Watkins was driving 40 miles per hour near her home on a clear evening. Suddenly, a car in the wrong lane ran head-on into Billy, trapping her in her car for over an hour. She was hospitalized for 2 months and has had 10 operations. She knows that wearing her safety belt saved her life. Billy Watkins and the people who love her ask you to please buckle up.
2/3 of the drivers and passengers killed in car crashes weren't wearing seatbelts. Don't test the odds. What's holding you back?
You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 8, winner of the 1999 Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters Television Station of the Year Award. Trav's Tailgate Weather, live Fridays at 5 and 6. We hope you're enjoying Oklahoma's News Channel 8.
Hollywood Squares today at 4 on Oklahoma's News Channel 8.
This is Oklahoma's News Channel 8, coverage you can count on.
Wheel of Fortune tonight at 6:30 on Oklahoma's News Channel 8.
8 on Your Side has the newest scam targeting people looking for love.
The View, weekdays at 10 on News Channel 8.
With the enormous power of Doppler 8000, we could scan the skies 300 miles out, and that's just with one radar. That kind of power allows you to see all the way out here to western Oklahoma. It took me several hours to drive this far, and it'll take storms a lot longer to get back to Tulsa. Driving all the way out here is a good demonstration of just how much power Doppler 8000 puts out. More power and a clear, unobstructed view from Lookout Mountain means faster warnings when they count the most, and only on News Channel 8.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
Good evening once again. I'm Frank Mitchell along with Taft Price and Clinton Boone, keeping an eye on the weather for you. We're using up your commercial time to bring you up to speed as we do have the potential for severe weather tonight. Good news is we don't really have a whole lot of severe weather right now. The bad news is that we do have some storms and the potential is still there for some severe weather. Here's how it looks on Live Doppler 8000 in the green. Tornado watch until 10 o'clock, the northern half of eastern Oklahoma, at 12 midnight for the southern half. The only severe weather ongoing is down around Atoka, but we do have lines of showers and storms continuing to develop and move rapidly off the northeast. In fact, the latest estimate, about 55 miles per hour, is the speed of these storms. The strong one right now, just off to the east of Nowata, significant weather alerts in effect for that, meaning that's a strong storm with some small hail and wind gusts possibly up to 40 miles per hour. It is also, like I said, moving really fast off to the northeast. You can see we're picking up some high winds right along the leading edge. So if you live in Sanders, Centralia, you might be affected by this storm within the next 20 minutes or so. We do have a shower that's popped up just to the north of Tulsa. We're keeping an eye on this. It's running up just to the west of Owasso. Now, of course, this is how they can start off looking, and they can certainly grow to strong to severe storms status. So right now, though, a shower just west of Owasso, I would imagine we would eventually start seeing some lightning associated with that. But we have to keep a close eye on these in case any of them do try to develop any type of tornadic activity. And then lots of storms off to our southeast, running around Cookson, down between Warner and Porum, and off to the east of Stigler and Quinta, and the movement again is also to the northeast. Now, because we have the potential for tornadoes tonight, we keep an eye on things also with our Viper tornado tracker, and Clint Boone's keeping an eye on those. Any sign at all, Clint, of anything going on with these things?
It seems like for about the last 15 minutes we've seen a little bit of mid-level rotation with some of these storms, but for the most part, these storms not dropping any tornadoes, which is good news for us. Here's kind of the wide scene on Vipers. We're looking at those storms up in Nowata County, back into Muskogee County, Cherokee County, and they're kind of lining up throughout Pittsburgh County, and severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Cole, Atoka, and Johnston counties. And of course, we look to the southwest portion of these storms to see if there's any type of rotation with these storms that could produce a tornado, but we're just not seeing that right now with these storms down to our southwest of, at least the southwest of McAllister, seeing some mid-level rotation north of Atoka and back to the southwest of Atoka. But for the most part, for the time being, we're not seeing anything indicative of tornado formation, which is some good news, but we'll continue to keep a close eye on the Viper for you.
It is good news for us. Now, there were some small tornadoes that dropped down and touched down in Kansas earlier today, so that's a lot closer to the main storm system. So the potential is there for the rest of the night. We're going to stay here for the rest of the night and bring you updates during your commercial breaks. And, of course, we'll have full coverage coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. So keep it right here on News Channel 8.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
Once again, an update on the weather during this commercial time. We'll go ahead and take a look at the storms we still have going. We have more storms that have been developing, and they've been increasing in intensity. Still, though, we don't have a whole lot of severe weather, but the tornado watch goes until 10 o'clock for northeast Oklahoma and midnight for southeast Oklahoma. You see all the stormy activity that's ongoing. We'll start off with areas from Tulsa to the north. And we see still just basically a shower running between Oologah and Claremore. Starting to get a little bit of lightning, so we'll call it a thunder shower right now. Could definitely become a thunderstorm, and something we have to keep a close eye on. It's headed up towards the Oologah area, so you guys will be winding up getting some rain and some lightning as that moves your way. A strong storm ongoing up here around parts of far eastern Nowata County and Craig County, running from Centralia on down to just to the north of Bowling Springs. You can see the movement is also rapidly to the northeast. This has had some high winds with it, but right now not showing a whole lot of signs of anything severe. Now, most of the storms we have are running from to the east and south of Tulsa right now. So we'll zoom into those, and you can see this line right here that runs from near Tahlequah and Stillwell on across I-40, and then down near Stigler, McAllister, and then on down to the very end here, just south of our viewing area, is a tornado warning, which is in effect for Atoka County, for a storm that's right down near the Caney area. And that's going to also be lifting up to the northeast. It would eventually become, actually it's turned more to the east, which is what storms that have developing tornadoes do. That's now moving more to the east, so it'll be affecting far southeast Oklahoma, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. But again, lots of storms along this line, Kiowa, Savannah, McAllister, seeing some storms, nothing severe, but winds are possible, up to 40 to 50 miles per hour with the lightning and some small hail and, of course, some rain. Here's that line, Hartshorn on up towards Stigler and Porum. And we do have a new one for where? All right. So they did put the, okay, so as we speak, tornado warning was just issued just now for Nowata and Craig County. That was the storm I just showed you. And I said we had picked up some high winds with it, but obviously now radar is going to be indicating a possible tornado with it. So this is the storm right here. It's extending between Nowata and Veneta. Here's 60 right here, so you can see Centralia on down towards southern portions of Nowata and Craig counties. The movement is to the northeast, and if you live in these counties, you do need to be taking cover immediately. Tornado warning in effect for Nowata and Craig counties. Let's see what it looks like on Viper, Clint. Any rotation showing up on that?
About 5 minutes ago, I did have some good rotation with it. Let's take a look at Viper right now, as at the moment we are not detecting any low-level rotation with this particular storm. Still doesn't mean that there could possibly be a developing tornado within this storm itself as we tilt this storm, looking at just a lot of lightning. But you still need to be taking your tornado precautions if you're watching us in eastern Nowata County, western Craig County for this storm. It's rapidly moving off to the northeast, about 40 miles per hour. A lot of lightning, heavy rainfall, and the possibility does exist that this storm could produce a tornado. Again, these storms in eastern Oklahoma right now are in an environment that is highly conducive for tornadic development. So again, new tornado warnings out for Craig County and Nowata County, which goes until 8:30. Still more showers and storms that have been exhibiting some rotation east of Muskogee, far southern sections of Cherokee County, and then the storm with the tornado warning in Atoka County. But again, we're keeping a close eye on these storms.
And we're going to send it back to programming, but we'll keep a close eye on it and cut in if we have to now that we have a tornado warning in effect.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
Good evening once again. We're going to use the rest of this commercial time to bring you an update on the weather, as we do have a tornado warning ongoing now for Craig County. Let's go ahead and take a look at live Doppler 8000. Nowata County has been dropped from the tornado warnings. If you're listening to us from Nowata County, you are no longer under a tornado warning, so you could come on out if you're taking some shelter. Here you see the Tulsa metro area. This is our tornado warning up here in Craig County. It's this storm right here that's pushing in the Blue Jacket and then eventually Welch. It is moving to the northeast and does have the potential, based on radar indications, of a tornado, but it has not been cited as having a tornado on the ground. But it's definitely worth taking cover if you live in Craig County. On future scan, an hour from now, we'll take it on through Miami, Quapaw, and on into southeastern Kansas, southwest Missouri. So that's where we're expecting to see it go from this point in time. And right now, though, again, a radar indicated thunderstorm packing a tornado. It looked like that last update just weakened. These are the communities that will be moving through over the next 20 to 30 minutes, from Welch at 8:11, North Miami at 8:33, on down to Cardin at 8:40. And Clint, how's it looking on Viper? Any rotation at all?
Not seeing any rotation on it. It seems to be weakening right now.
Okay, thanks for that update. We'll keep you posted. We're trying not to cover up any of Grey's Anatomy, so we'll go right back to it right now.
Use your brain. Where's the mother?
I don't know. The baby.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
We are in another commercial break, so we're going to go ahead and update you on the weather, as when we have a tornado warning, it's pretty serious. So let's go ahead and take a look at live Doppler 8000. The tornado warning continues on for Craig County. Nowata County has been dropped, as I said last time. Here's Craig County right here. Here's the storm that would be our tornadic storm. Now, this is radar indicated, so no one's actually seen a tornado on the ground, but earlier there was certainly a signature. Now, right now, we're not seeing that signature. To me, it looks like this storm is winding down quite a bit and decreasing in its intensity, but certainly if you're living in Welch, Blue Jacket, you're probably concerned, and you don't want to just take my advice. You certainly want to take it safe and take cover right now, as the tornado warning does stay into effect until 8:30 for your area. But this is the storm right here. Now, it's going to be lifting on up towards Commerce, Pitcher, and then southeastern portions of Kansas, so we'll keep an eye on it. But at the time being, it does look to me like it's losing a little bit of its punch. Now, at the same time, on the southern end of your county, Craig County, there's a new storm moving in. Now, this one hasn't been issued a tornado warning with it or anything, but certainly looks like it's increasing in intensity, as you can see as I loop it right there. Now moving into Chelsea and coming out of Bushy Head, and so this has a lot of lightning and rain, but potential is always there for a wind gust up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. And tonight, with the tornado watches in effect, we do have the possibility of any of these storms spawning tornadoes. The other storm we have is down in southern Craig County, affecting Slick, or near Slick, on either side of Slick at Tuskegee. It's also moving to the northeast. These are all moving rapidly, so they're not able to really produce a whole lot of rain, which would be the one thing we would want out of these showers and storms. And finally, I'll take you down to southeastern Oklahoma, where lots of stormy activity continues, from just southwest of Sallisaw through Stigler, Wilburton, and Hartshorn, on down to real close to McAllister. Here's McAllister right here, and then it's a tornado or tornadic storm down here to the southwest or southeast of Atoka. And you can certainly see as the Doppler's picking up some winds down in that area that could be producing a tornado. We always look at our Viper system, Clint, to see if we have any rotation. Well, what about the one up in Craig County? Anything with that?
Haven't seen any rotation with that storm here in the last 15 to 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at Viper for you. As I think the strongest storms that will be more capable of producing tornadoes are going to be to the southeast of Tulsa. But as we look at Viper, we're looking at some mid to low-level rotation throughout Haskell County and especially into Atoka County. Frank.
All right, storm chasers are out. We'll bring you any reports they have, but right now we're sending you right back to Gray's Anatomy.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
Good evening. I'm Frank Mitchell along with Clint Boone. We're going to use this commercial time to bring you up to date on the weather. Now, this is a little bit of a longer commercial, so I promise you're not going to be missing any of Gray's Anatomy. And just in case you do miss anything, there is a rebroadcast of this same episode tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Live Doppler 8000. We're going to take a look at the whole area first of all. Tornado watch in the green area, so that's covering Kansas, Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas, and North Texas. And so this entire area is looking out for severe storms that could develop tornadoes. Now, here in the Tulsa metro area, we haven't had any severe weather. We do have a storm just off to our south right now, sitting just near Mounds, Beggs, and just to the east of Slick. This is not a severe storm, but lightning and rain is certainly there. And also, the potential is there for any of these storms to have a wind gust up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Tulsa metro area, I've been running quiet. Of course, we had some rain today, but no severe weather or storms right now, but chance is still there. Now, the severe thunderstorm, actually the tornado warning for Craig County is still going for another few minutes. Now, originally, this was because of this storm right here that's sitting up over Welch, just north of Blue Jacket. At one point, it showed some rotation by radar. It was not seen by any of our storm chasers, but rotation. And you can see as I loop this, the storm is certainly dying out quite a bit. So no longer a real factor there. I'm sure that tornado watch for Craig County will be allowed to expire in the next couple of minutes. So you folks who are taking cover in Craig County should be in the clear in just a little bit. And of course, we'll let you know, Clint, if you do see that warning drop officially, let me know, and we'll let everybody know. Southern Craig County, though, we still have a strong storm down there, and you can see where that is centered, running from Chelsea on up towards White Oak. And we are going to keep an eye on this. Right now, no tornado warning for this or a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's moving on back into southern Craig County. Vanita, you're in line for this, so some lightning, rain, and some gusty winds are headed your way. I'm going to go right back down to this storm that we just got a significant weather alert for. This is indicating a strong storm now, sitting over Beggs up into Mounds. Again, not severe, but getting stronger, about 40 to 50 mile-an-hour winds with that, pushing into Mounds. Probably will be affecting Jenks, Sapulpa, and Bixby in just a little bit. So obviously that's getting a lot closer to Tulsa. Now, we do continue with strong to severe storms down to our east and southeast. Stillwell, a strong storm near you, Stigler as well. And here you see the tornado warnings that are ongoing for Pushmataha, Atoka, as well as Latimer counties. And you folks in Wilburton should be taking cover as you have some rotation in your area. In fact, Clint, let's take a look at that on Viper. That's probably our strongest storm right now in our viewing area.
Right, across southeast Oklahoma, and the tornado warning for Craig County has now been dropped.
Good news for the Craig County folks.
Let's go ahead and take a look at Viper for you and show you those intense storms, especially to the east and southeast of Tulsa. We're looking at a pretty strong storm right along the Cherokee County, Adair County line. There is some mid to low level rotation with this storm west of Stillwell, but no warnings, no tornado warnings are out. But just keep in mind with these storms, they do have the potential to produce tornadoes. We do have a new tornado warning out for Latimer County. Frank was talking about that until 9:15. Looking at some mid to even low level rotation as we look underneath this storm. I'll take the lightning off for you, and we're looking at some areas of low-level rotation, pretty much just to the west of Wilburton. So if you're in Wilburton, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. And south of Latimer County is Pushmataha County, which is under a tornado warning, as well as Atoka County, just a mean-looking storm in eastern Atoka County. So we're going to continue to track these for you. It's still some rotation, a little bit of rotation with these storms east and southeast of Tulsa.
Right. Now let's go ahead and go back to Doppler real quick before we go back to programming. We're still in the commercial break. Here's our storm that's now a strong one just off to the southwest of Tulsa. Here are the communities that will be affected with it if it continues its northeastward progress at 45 miles per hour, hitting 131st at 8:30, Bixby at 8:32, Jenks 8:32, the ORU campus 8:35, Memorial 8:36, Southern Hills 8:37, Creek at 8:37, Hakey 8:37, St. Francis. There's some new updates coming in right now. The Fortune Park at 8:39. So it's a strong storm, not severe. But tonight we have to take every storm seriously. A tornado watch is out. That means any of these storms could spawn tornadoes. So this one's coming into southern Tulsa County. We'll keep an eye on it and bring you updates. Keep it right here.
You can't go in there.
Somebody has to go in.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
Now, as we've been doing all evening long, we're only covering up commercial time. We're not covering up the programming, so we're going to do our best to go right back to the programming. This is just commercial time to bring you up to speed on the weather. We do have strong to severe storms, tornado warnings in the area, so we want to get to that right away. Here's how it looks right now in Live Doppler 8000. Of course, we have a few areas to tell you about for some stormy activity. Up in Craig County, as I told you earlier, the tornado warning has been canceled, but there's still a strong storm now just on the west side of Veneta, and there is some sign of maybe some winds picking up or some rotation picking up just to the north of Chelsea. So again, this is another storm we'll have to keep an eye on, as all these storms, as they get stronger, have the potential to produce tornadoes. Now, we've had radar indicated tornadic development tonight, but no actual indications of touchdowns, which is good news. Here's our storm in Tulsa County. Look at this. Southern Tulsa County, southern Tulsa actually, running on through the Union, Broken Arrow, and Jenks areas of the metro area and down into Bixby. And this one's also going to the northeast. Strong storm, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds are possible with it, but not severe at this time, and no tornado warnings associated with it at this time, which is good news. Southeast corner of Oklahoma, though, that's where all the biggest and strongest storms are, and that's where the tornado warnings are. And here's that line now from Aikens through Keota, Quinta, on down to Hartshorn. Most of it sliding off to the east. Lots of lightning, even some heavy rain in here. And certainly the winds are high enough to get to about 40 to 50, and maybe even isolated gusts higher than that, even some small hail. And we continue with a tornado warning for Latimer County, and you can see kind of all the high winds that are showing up, and even the possible rotation just to the west of Wilburton right now. And that's where we have to keep a close eye, because we're even seeing a little bit of a signature of maybe a tornado trying to develop in that area. Clint, how does it look on our Viper tornado tracker?
Yeah, we are looking at some low-level rotation with these storms down in Latimer County. Let's take a look at Viper right now for you. As you can see, with exactly what we're talking about, it's pretty much the northern part of Latimer County, and we're seeing these spinning circles, which indicate the shear and does indicate that there is rotation with these particular storms. As we look underneath the storm, looks like it's just to the east of Wilburton, just north, pretty much right along Highway 270, and it is rapidly moving off to the northeast about 40 miles per hour. Another area of strong rotation back towards Centerville, western sections of Latimer County, just to the east of Hartshorn, and still a lot of rotation with these storms down in southern Pushmataha County. We've had some very weak mid-level rotation with the storm south of Tulsa, but at the moment not looking at any type of tornadic signatures with this storm, as again the most intense are down in Latimer and Pushmataha counties.
Yeah, definitely bears watching with the atmosphere the way it is. We could wind up with some tornadoes tonight, but right now a storm that's sitting over east parts of Tulsa on down into South Tulsa. It's moving to the northeast. In fact, we have just enough time before we go back to programming to show you the storm track on it. New Tulsa at 8:44. Inola at 9, Shoto 9:12, the Industrial Park area at 9:17. So this area here, these storms that are sitting over Broken Arrow and Bixby, if they move to the northeast the way they are at 45 miles per hour, they'll be affecting these communities with some lightning, rain, small hail, and some gusts of wind that could be around 40 to 50 miles per hour. Once again, this is just commercial time. We're not covering up the programming, but now the commercial is ending, so we're going to toss it on back to Grey's Anatomy.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
And with this commercial break, we'll bring you another update on the weather, as we've been doing pretty much since 7 o'clock this evening. So we're not going to cover up any of your programming tonight unless it's absolutely necessary. And right now it hasn't been necessary because we have a tornado watch, but no warnings and no lives are actually in danger, which is a good thing to report. Let's go ahead and take a look at Live Doppler 8000. You can see in eastern Oklahoma, in the green is our tornado watch. It's going to go until 10 o'clock for northeast Oklahoma and midnight for southeast Oklahoma. We have 3 areas of storm, so we'll just start off in natural progression to the top here. Between Veneta and Blue Jacket, there's a strong but not severe storm moving to the northeast. The storm that we did have a tornado warning on has now lifted on up into Kansas and has weakened considerably. This is not a terribly strong storm. As I'm taking a look at our wicked weather button, maybe it's just some hail possible just to the west of Veneta right now, and that's been about it. Lightning and rain, the other attributes to this, and of course lightning is always deadly, so stay inside from that, but otherwise not a big deal. Now we take a look at the Tulsa metro area. We watch a storm come up out of Creek County into southern Tulsa County. Now it's on the east side, almost broken off into two pieces here. I did get a call from a couple of people I know that are underneath the storm, and they did report a heavy thunderstorm, but that's been about it. So we've got this one here running from Catoosa heading on up towards Verdigris, and this is not a severe storm, but lightning of course is our danger with that. And any of these storms, even though the potential is there for severe weather, can also, without a warning, without a severe thunderstorm warning be issued, could still have 40 to 50 mile-an-hour gusts, which could blow a few things around. Here's southern Tulsa County on into Bixby and Leonard. You can see the city of Tulsa right here. That's the southern part of Tulsa, getting some of that rain and lightning extending from South Tulsa just east of ORU into the Broken Arrow area. And then we look on down to the south, and this is our biggest area of storms right down here. This is where the tornado warnings are ongoing for Latimer County, with rotation showing up north of Red Oak. We'll take a look at that in just a second with Clint Boone. But you can see this line of very intense, strong, severe tornadic storms possibly running from Aikens on down into the Will Burton area, and the movement of this activity is also eastward. So a lot of lightning and rain with the potential down there, especially down that way, where things are a little bit more unstable for any tornadoes to develop. Now, you've been watching Viper all evening. You know that when we have a good idea that there's actually some rotation, but not a whole lot tonight, has there? Really?
Not really. And these storms becoming a little bit more linear, kind of forming along a line, right, which would also kind of indicate to us it could be a little bit less of a tornado threat, maybe some gusty winds. Let's take a look at Viper for you right now as we're looking at this line of showers and storms, which has been severe from Sequoia County, pretty close to Sallisaw, all the way back through Haskell County, Latimer County, which is under that tornado warning for about the next 20 minutes, and then heading down to Pushmataha County. Again, with Viper, we can look underneath these storms and see where there's possible rotation or possibly some tornado formation, but I think throughout northeastern Latimer County, it's more of a damaging wind threat at this point. Usually the southwest portion of these particular storms is where there could be the potential for a tornado. But as you can see, they're kind of lined up. Sallisaw, Stigler, back to Wilburton, and even back to sections of Pushmataha County. It looks like the most intense storm, southern Pushmataha County, has this one a little bit more of a right mover, pretty much moving from west to east rather than southwest to northeast. So again, the Viper is showing probably some very strong winds with some of these storms in Haskell counties and also Latimer counties.
A good night to stay inside and watch some TV with some fall premieres on right now. So like I said, not covering up any of your programming, and we'll continue to use up your commercial breaks for the latest weather and full coverage coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. So keep it right here on News Channel 8.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
We have another commercial break that gives us the chance to bring you up to speed on the weather. Clint Boone and I will go ahead and take a look at Live Doppler 8000, show you where the storms are. We have some strong to severe storms still ongoing. Tornado watch until 10 here, till midnight to our south. A line of some scattered showers and storms right along Interstate 44. Here's Tulsa. You can just see it going right up 44 between Claremore and Veneta, another one between Veneta and Miami, another one between Miami and Joplin. All the storms are going to the northeast. Now, all of these storms have lightning, rain, and wind gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. That's the danger with these right now, the lightning and the winds. That's pretty much it. So that's good news when we have the potential for tornadoes. To not actually have any is a good thing. You can see this one storm is now moving into Miami, and also all points to the south of there. And then as we go on down that line, there's Veneta right there. So here comes the next one. This will be pushing up towards Big Cabin right now between Adair and Chelsea. Lightning and some wind gusts around 40 to 50 with that. And on down the line, we have this storm that's now east of Tulsa. Again, a strong storm, not severe. It's now east of Broken Arrow. We'll look at some video from this in just a little bit. Now between Broken Arrow and Inola, again, movement northeast, winds around 40 to 50, lightning and rain otherwise. Now, the biggest storms and definitely the biggest danger is off to our southeast, and that's where you're going to see the severe thunderstorm warnings and the tornado warnings. Here's a very strong line of storms between Fort Smith and Sallisaw on down to just north of Clayton, and high winds, lots of lightning, even some decent hail is possible in this area. Severe thunderstorm warning for LaFleur County until 10 o'clock tonight, and then we continue to see the Pushmataha tornado warning ongoing now. And look at all the wind associated with this storm that's now pulling out of snow. It's moving eastward and has a potential to spawn a tornado, and radar has indicated that. But we have not had any reports of tornadoes on the ground this evening, which is the good thing. But, Clint, the potential's there for tornadoes, so we watch it even on Viper.
That's right, and so far we haven't had any tornadoes for this evening. Let's take a look at Viper for you, as at the moment we're not looking at any storms, at least in a viewing area, that could be producing tornadoes. A lot of winds with these storms pushing into western Lafleur County. Could be seeing some wind gusts as high as about 60 miles per hour, so you folks in Apoto, be aware of that. But the most intense storm still Pushmataha County, pushing into McCurtain County, where those tornado warnings are in effect. Again, that severe thunderstorm warning until 10 o'clock for Lafleur County. As we head up to the north, we're not looking at any rotation with these storms east of Tulsa or even to the northeast of Tulsa, which is definitely good news. Frank.
Definitely good news. I want to show you some video that was sent in from our mobile storm center, where Mark Conklin took this when it was raining down in the Glenpool area at the local Quick Trip. And down in Glenpool, they picked up about a quarter of an inch to a half an inch of rainfall when this passed on through. So beneficial rainfall, but unfortunately the chance for tornadoes as well. This commercial break is up. We'll send you back to program.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
And we'll use this commercial break one more time to bring you the latest update on the weather, and we'll take a look at a live Doppler 8000. Right now, things are still looking very stormy off to our southeast, not as bad in northeast Oklahoma, and hopefully we'll see our tornado watch, which is set to expire at 10 o'clock. Hopefully we'll see that let go at 10. We haven't had a whole lot in the way of tornadoes. We've had a few tornado warnings, but no actual touchdowns. Still some storms up around Miami, Veneta, and just north of Wagner. Some lightning, rain, and possibility of gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour with those storms as they go into the northeast. You folks in Veneta getting ready to get hit by a small but relatively strong storm. Same thing from Miami, up between Miami and Joplin, and on down points just to the east of Tulsa. The biggest storms of the night, right where we expected them, actually, far southeast Oklahoma. That's where we have the severe thunderstorm warning for Lafleur County, tornado warning for Pushmataha County. Huge storm just on the east side of Pushmataha, moving into northern McCurtain, southern Lafleur County. Then we have this line of strong storms extending from west of Tallahena on up through Fort Smith, Arkansas, almost into Fort Smith. And you could see some high winds up and around the Poto area right now, and you guys are under that severe thunderstorm warning. Just off to your west, we're picking up some pretty good possibility of winds up that way. And your winds will be up to about 50.
This is News Channel 8's First Alert Weather.
And we'll use this commercial break one more time to bring you the latest update on the weather, and we'll take a look at a live Doppler 8000. Right now, things are still looking very stormy off to our southeast, not as bad in northeast Oklahoma, and hopefully we'll see our tornado watch, which is set to expire at 10 o'clock. Hopefully we'll see that let go at 10. We haven't had a whole lot in the way of tornadoes. We've had a few tornado warnings, but no actual touchdowns. Still some storms up around Miami, Veneta, and just north of Wagner. Some lightning, rain, and possibility of gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour with those storms as they go into the northeast. You folks in Veneta getting ready to get hit by a small but relatively strong storm. Same thing from Miami, up between Miami and Joplin, and on down points just to the east of Tulsa. The biggest storms of the night, right where we expected them, actually, far southeast Oklahoma. That's where we have the severe thunderstorm warning for Lafleur County, tornado warning for Pushmataha County. Huge storm just on the east side of Pushmataha, moving into northern McCurtain, southern Lafleur County. Then we have this line of strong storms extending from west of Tallahena on up through Fort Smith, Arkansas, almost into Fort Smith. And you could see some high winds up and around the Poto area right now, and you guys are under that severe thunderstorm warning. Just off to your west, we're picking up some pretty good possibility of winds up that way. And your winds will be up to about 50 to 60 miles per hour in that area. Lots of lightning and lots of rain, which of course is what we need. The only thing we need is the rain. We take a look at that wide view of the area. The tornado watch all the way back at the Oklahoma City area, where they've had a very quiet night for a change. Usually it's the other way around. Clint, how are things looking on Viper?
Pretty quiet, too, especially throughout northeast Oklahoma. Let's take a look at Viper for you, as these storms, just some good garden variety showers and storms east of Tulsa, north of Pryor, and right on top of Miami. Again, the most intense storms heading into Lafleur County. Severe thunderstorm warning could have some wind gusts as high as 60 miles per hour, getting ready to push into the Poto area, and even some strong gusty winds pretty close to Roland west of Fort Smith, as these storms racing off to the east and to the northeast, right around 40 miles per hour. And as we head a little bit farther down to our south, again, most intense storms with potential for tornadoes, eastern Pushmataha heading into northwestern McCurtain County. So we just haven't had quite all those ingredients in place for a major severe weather outbreak, which has been pretty good.
Yeah, we knew it was unusual for this time of the year, but that storm system up to our north, a very potent one, which you normally would see in the spring, and worth keeping an eye on, especially tonight with all the storms that popped up. It just didn't get a whole lot in the way of tornadoes. Glad to report the good news on that. We've been doing all this weather time during your commercial breaks. We haven't covered up any programming. So right now, we'll go ahead and send it back to whatever time is left and then into the program. More coverage coming up at 10 o'clock, if not earlier.
Hey, spend your morning with us on the next Good Day Tulsa. Promises to be twice the fun. That's because mothers of multiples are having a huge garage sale for you moms with lots of kids.
That's right. And you can get fit the easy way. We're going to be live out at Step and Health, home of the Power Plate and the Vacuum Step. So much more, so don't miss the next Good Day Tulsa.
Will their deepest desires be fulfilled? Find out on Millionaire. Weeknights at 6:30 on News Channel 8.
You're watching News Channel 8 on your side.
From News Channel 8, I'm Mike Clay here to bring up today's latest forecast. We're looking for hot weather to continue over the next several days. Today's highs will be in the upper 90s to near 100. Same for our Wednesday. I believe we'll finally hit the century mark on Thursday afternoon, and then again Friday, possibly Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Very hot afternoons with highs lower 100s. Heat indices anywhere between 102 and 110. So that's what's going to feel like outside. Be sure to drink plenty of water and stay cool. Take a look at your news when we come back right after this.
This summer, we're doing something completely different, and it's going to be a big hit. It's called Frank's Block Party Weather, and it works like this. Every Thursday afternoon, we're going to host a block party from a different neighborhood in the area. You'll meet some interesting people and hear stories about their neighborhood, plus incredible food from Freddy's Barbecue and Steakhouse, lots of music, and the best part, my 8-day planner, just in time for the weekend.
Frank's Block Party Weather, a summertime hit from these sponsors and News Channel 8.
Tulsa police are looking for a suspect who got away with robbery overnight. Police say that a man wearing all black walked into this Easy Mart demanding cash. Witnesses say he pulled out a large revolver to get his point across. The man took off, and police think he may have had a car waiting for him around the corner. Investigators tried to track him down but couldn't find the suspect. Police say the clerk handled it the right way, not fighting back.
It's hardly ever a win-win situation when somebody resists an armed robbery. I mean, it's much easier, much safer just to give them the money. It's not worth your life. Just give them the money and go on.
Police said the suspect is a black man wearing ponytails or dreadlocks, dressed completely in black. That's a look at our news for now. More news tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Have a great day, everybody.
You're watching News Channel 8 on your side.
And good morning, everyone. The time now is 8:25. Tulsa police are looking for a suspect who got away with robbery overnight. Police say that a man wearing all black walked into this Easy Mart demanding cash. Witnesses say he pulled out a large revolver to get his point across. The man took off, and police think he had a car waiting for him around the corner. Investigators tried to track him down, but they couldn't find the suspect. Police say the clerk handled it the right way by not fighting back.
It's hardly ever a win-win situation when somebody resists an armed robbery. I mean, it's much easier, much safer just to give them the money. It's not worth your life. Just give them the money and go on.
Police say the suspect is a black man wearing ponytails or dreadlocks, dressed completely in black. The Broken Arrow Police Department is fighting crime in a new way today. The 24th annual National Night Out is taking place tonight. It's a unique crime and drug prevention event sponsored by the National Association of Town Watch. Now, the goal is not to bring only crime awareness to crime and drugs, but to generate support for anti-crime programs. Tonight's events will take place at the Broken Arrow Police Department. Well, school is just around the corner, and it's time to make sure that your kids have all their vaccinations. Today, the carrying van will be at the Bixby 6B Community Outreach Center. That'll be from 11 to 3, and get your kids vaccinated early to avoid that back-to-school rush. And if you just moved here from another state, remember that your kids may need a hepatitis A vaccination. Not all states require it, but Oklahoma is one that does. And today at the PGA, you're sure to notice that security is in and around the gates. On the grounds, Tulsa police officers and security personnel are standing guard along the courses, and outside police are monitoring traffic on foot, while officers and deputies are also patrolling on horseback. Now, security is also checking bags at the gates. Make sure to leave your cell phones at home if you plan to attend, because they are not allowed. That's a look at your local news. This morning weather is coming up next.
From News Channel 8, I'm Mike Colley here to bring up to-date latest forecast. Temperatures starting out in the upper 70s, lower 80s on this Tuesday morning. 79 in Eufaula, 79 degrees in Pryor, upper 70s for Stillwater. By 5 o'clock this afternoon, temperatures are going to be downright hot. Highs in the upper 90s to near 100 for Bartlesville. Mid-90s in Muskogee, 93 degrees in Tahlequah, coming in at 97 in Sallisaw. Overnight lows will be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees, 100 degrees on Thursday afternoon. Friday back into the lower 100s, and that 100-degree trend will continue all the way through next Tuesday of next week, with southeast winds diminishing a little bit by Saturday and Sunday, down to only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So even the winds will begin to lessen. But you know what, though? The temperatures are going to go up, and the heat indices will be around 110 for much of the next 8 days. That is Let's Look at your local weather. Now back to more of Good Morning America.
Watching News Channel 8 on your side.
From News Channel 8, I'm Mike Colley here to bring up to-date latest forecast. We're looking for hot weather to continue over the next several days. Today's highs will be in the upper 90s to near 100. Same for our Wednesday. I believe we'll finally hit the century mark on Thursday afternoon, and then again Friday, possibly Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Very hot afternoons with highs to lower 100s. Heat indices anywhere between 102 and 110. So that's what it's going to feel like outside. Be sure to drink plenty of water and stay cool. Take a look at your news when we come back right after this.
You can count on News Channel 8 to encourage kids. All summer long, we've hosted News Channel 8 story time at local libraries, reading to youngsters and promoting the library summer reading program. Hey, there's me. Now you can count on us to celebrate your child's reading accomplishments with a free night at the ballpark. Friday, August 17th is News Channel 8 night at Driller Stadium with free admission and a free backpack for the first 1,500 kids. News Channel 8 is proud to sponsor the summer reading program and Drillers Night with these friends. You can count on us.
Tulsa police are looking for a suspect who got away with robbery overnight. Police say that a man wearing all black walked into this Easy Mart demanding cash. Witnesses say he pulled out a large revolver to get his point across. The man took off, and police think he may have had a car waiting for him around the corner. Investigators tried to track him down but couldn't find the suspect. Police say the clerk handled it the right way, not fighting back.
It's hardly ever a win-win situation when somebody resists an armed robbery. I mean, it's much easier, much safer just to give them the money. It's not worth your life. Just give them the money and go on.
Police said the suspect is a black man wearing ponytails or dreadlocks, dressed completely in black. That's a look at our news for now. More news tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Have a great day, everybody.
You're watching News Channel 8 on your side.
Good morning, everyone. The time now is 7:25. Well, today at the PGA, you're sure to notice security in and around the gates. On the grounds, Tulsa police officers and security personnel are standing guard along the courses. Outside, police are monitoring traffic on foot, while officers and deputies are also patrolling on horseback.
Making sure nobody gets run over. Some of the traffic's driving a little bit fast through here, answering people's questions and things like that.
Security is also checking bags at the gate. Make sure to leave your cell phones at home if you plan to attend. They are not allowed. We're going to find out from Jeff Brucaleri what's happening with traffic this morning. Check in with him. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Keith. No major problems right now in the Tulsa area, at least no accidents to report here. On the Broken Arrow Expressway, look out there. You had some debris in the roadway. Looks like a chair and some other stuff eastbound on the BA near Sheridan. And if you are headed to Southern Hills Country Club, of course, for the PGA, don't forget public parking down at ORU, 81st and Lewis. Volunteer and worker parking over across the street there at the Cityplex Towers. I'm Jeff Brucaleri with traffic for News Channel 8.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Some good tips there. We're going to find out what you can expect today. As far as the weather, a little hint, it'll be another scorcher. Michael, update is coming right up.
Welcome back. Looking live first look at Citycam on this Tuesday morning. A few clouds floating around the city of Tulsa, but otherwise mild conditions. Temperatures in the lower 80s at this hour. Mid-70s in Wilton and in Bristol. Will be a little warmer, 78 degrees. South 77. Westville, you're waking up to 75 degrees on this Tuesday morning. While Grove, a little warmer, 81 degrees. South winds around 5 to as high as 15 miles per hour this afternoon. Highs today will reach the upper 90s to near 100. Matter of fact, Bartlesville will reach the century mark this afternoon. Heat indices across the region will reach about 102 to 110. That's what it's going to feel like outside. So if you have any plans to go out to the PGA Championship, make sure you drink plenty of water, wear some light colored clothing to help keep yourself cool, and of course, find some shade. Let the breezes cool you off. 99 on our Wednesday with partly cloudy skies, 100 degrees Thursday afternoon. Friday, temperatures will be around 100 with south winds around 10 miles per hour. 101 on Saturday, 101 on Sunday with partly cloudy skies. See a few clouds on Monday, but still very hot, high of 100, and Tuesday 100. And the winds will lessen some for Saturday through next Tuesday, which we may have to be dealing with some ozone problems by then. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that for you. But as I mentioned, be sure to drink plenty of water and take it easy if you're heading outside today. That is a look at your local weather. Hope you enjoy your Tuesday. Stay cool. Now back to more of GMA.
Count on up.
Right now we're at 169 and I-44, traffic moving smoothly.
Oh yeah, we're clean and green up here this morning. No major accidents to report.
Not many people involved backed up behind accidents in that creeping beef land that nobody likes. A quick look now at I-44 on the BA. I-44 and 193rd right now.
They're waiting to pick him up and give him a free breakfast at the jail.
Reporting live in Ranger 8, Bill Mitchell, News Channel 8.
Yeah, remember, keep your seatbelt on, your speed down, and your temper in your back pocket.
Women rule the afternoon starting September 14th. Rachel Ray heats things up with all new 30-minute meals. Then the debut of the Drew Barrymore Show. Get ready to be entertained and inspired. Followed by Aaron Christie on News Channel 8 at 4.
Spotlight on America investigates the dangers of burning toxic forever chemicals.
I think they were counting on no one finding out.
I'm Josie Sturman for Spotlight on America.
Monday at 10 on News Channel 8.
One host, one time. I have a new daytime show.
The Drew Barrymore Show starting September 14th on News Channel 8. Other weather apps show the entire country. Focus on weather where you live. Download the free KTUL weather app. You'll get immediate warnings and storm tracking. Instantly updated 24 hours a day. Powered by Action Air Heating and Cooling.
Don't be left in the dark. Call Airco to save big on a new home generator.
Burning toxic forever chemicals.
They have this chemical that they, again, have no idea what it's going to do when it burns, and they just want to get rid of it.
Toxins linked to cancers.
I think they were counting on no one finding out what they were doing.
I'm Josie Sturman for Spotlight on America.
It's unacceptable. It's irresponsible.
Spotlight on America investigates the dangers of burning toxic forever chemicals. And they're breathing it in.
Yes.
Monday at 10 on News Channel 8.
It's time.
Here we go. 3, 2,
good.
It is good.
Sorry you burned your bra last night?
No. Good? Look at this. This alien thing.
Real good. No matter what angle I looked, it seemed to follow me.
Somebody help her!
Very good. The goodest.
All this and more, all month on Comet.
In times of change,
Where do you think we are headed?
We're going to see a rise in crime.
the facts matter. Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson. The new season begins September 13th.
Don't miss Discover Oklahoma, Saturday nights at 6:30.
Going back to school during this uncertain time.
He misses his classes, he misses the teachers, he misses his friends.
News Channel 8, giving you tools to help balance work and family.
That can help parents think outside the box.
Guiding you through the frustration of distance learning and helping you make sense of it all.
It's been very difficult.
We do it because we care about you and your family.
News Channel 8, standing up for your kids, standing up for what's right.
Finding people jobs, helping their families is something we believe here at News Channel 8.
Oklahoma Works, helping get Tulsa back to work.
I've got relatives, I've got friends who lost their job during the pandemic, so it hits home.
We're out there talking to employers and finding good jobs for hard-working Oklahomans. Watch News Channel 8 every Tuesday morning at 6:45 on Good Morning Oklahoma, putting people back to work. That's how we're standing up for what's right.
In times of change,
Where do you think we are headed now?
Well, I think we're going to see a rise in crime.
the facts matter.
As the city of Tijuana has expanded, there's been more illegal traffic.
Perspective matters.
You think there should be more accountability?
Absolutely.
You have to get on site
3 years into California's legal pot experiment.
for answers.
The way America is, it is based on a value proposition.
Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson. The new season begins September 13th.
That's all special effects. Or was it? One host, one time. I love my kids so much. I just want to squeeze it. Host a new daytime show. It's got my name on it, but it's all about you.
The Drew Barrymore Show, starting September 14th on News Channel 8. News Channel 8's Chief Meteorologist Stan Threlkeld and the First Warning Storm Team, keeping you safe on KXOJ, certified as Tulsa's most accurate forecast. Going back to school during this uncertain time.
He misses his classes, he misses the teachers, he misses his friends.
News Channel 8, giving you tools to help balance work and family.
That can help parents think outside the box.
Guiding you through the frustration of distance learning and helping you make sense of it all.
It's been very difficult.
We do it because we care about you and your family.
News Channel 8, standing up for your kids, standing up for what's right. News Channel 8, standing up for what's right.
Finding people jobs, helping their families is something we believe here at News Channel 8.
Oklahoma Works, helping get Tulsa back to work.
I've got relatives, I've got friends who lost their job during the pandemic, so it hits home.
We're out there talking to employers and finding good jobs for hard-working Oklahomans. Watch News Channel 8 every Tuesday morning at 6:45 on Good Morning Oklahoma, putting people back to work. That's how we're standing up for what's right. Going back to school during this uncertain time.
He misses his classes, he misses the teachers, he misses his friends.
News Channel 8, giving you tools to help balance work and family.
That can help parents think outside the box.
Guiding you through the frustration of distance learning and helping you make sense of it all.
It's been very difficult.
We do it because we care about you and your family.
News Channel 8, standing up for your kids, standing up for what's right.
Don't be left in the dark. Call Airco to save big on a new home generator.
The following program is a paid commercial which has been paid for by the advertiser, whose products and/or services are featured in this program.
Dan Threlkeld, standing up for what's right on News Channel 8.
The following program is a paid commercial which has been paid for by the advertiser, whose products and/or services are featured in this program.
Scented oils connect to nature.
At 10 and People Are Awesome versus Fail Army at 10:30. The Fail Army Sports Spectacular starts tomorrow at 1.
Announcing the 2021 Louisiana Association of Broadcasters Scholarship Program. 2 $4,000 scholarships are available to Louisiana broadcasting students to help enhance or put the finishing touches on an education and career in broadcasting. For details, call 1-800-364-7260 or go to www.broadcasters.org to apply. Deadline for entry is January 31st, 2021. The LAB Scholarship Program. Good for you, good for us, great for Louisiana.